Oh, it's her Twitter handle.
Oh man, everyone's just mooching off the viewership right now.
Oh, we can't. The lighting's bad.
Oh, maybe you should have a
no.
Sharpie.
Blown out.
Just
It's
say
blown
it.
out. You need a
Okay.
Sharpie.
It's Ninja.
Oh.
It's Ninja Kitty
Here.
underscore
Oh.
SOE.
Ninja Kitty SOE.
If you guys follow me,
Wait,
I'll
I
tweet
want-
out her handle right
I
now.
will tweet out my handle too.
And tweet out Ty.
Come on.
And tweet out Kyle.
It's the real Adam Clegg is my Twitter handle.
His Twitter handle is at the real Adam Clegg. So this is some Inception streaming right there. Here's Tony, who is our community manager and master of all things community.
If you want to be a community manager, guys, for all you aspiring game community managers out there, you get to sit in a beanbag.
Sit in a beanbag chair with your iPhone plugged into your laptop, and
Watch multiple Twitter streams, Reddit,
and
Twitch
ban
chat.
people on Twitch chat.
Have you been banning a lot, or is Moobot going on a rampage?
What is going on? Reddit?
Nice.
I feel bad, and I told you this when I was on Planet Side. Me and Moobot are gonna fight, dude.
Moobot is
I stand for the plebs. I
Moobot
stand
is
for the
an
plebs.
angry child.
All right, so here we are at. Hey guys. Hey, we're gonna say hi to you.
You have a camera.
So here are a few of our artists, environment artists, and let's start with
Ruby. Introduce yourself.
I am Ruby. I'm the environment artist, well, one of the environment artists on this team. I'm currently working on the Governor's Mansion. That is going to be one of the POIs.
Nice. So take us through the governor's mansion. Let's see. I am being selfish here. I want to see because I'm going to be,
You're gonna be putting this in game and figuring it out.
Yeah, this looks awesome. So this is going to be a major POI in the game, something that is going to be a hotly contested area in H1Z1. Probably the best players in the servers will own the governor's mansion.
That's right. That's right.
It may or may not have zombie heads in the basement.
Oh, and it may or may not just have zombies protecting it.
Wow. I like it.
Zombie heads in the basement. You can't just say that without showing zombie heads in the basement.
Well, I don't have any. That's all.
Oh,
She's not there yet.
She's
She's not there
Okay.
yet.
That's okay. We'll get there. So that's cool. So how many rooms is it?
There's currently
How many bathrooms? I might want to rent this place.
There's 3 rooms in the top, 1 master bedroom with its own bathroom
Nice.
right there, and then there's another one that's in the hallway. Then there's just the kitchen and the living room downstairs, and then there's the infamous basement.
Basement, something you don't see a lot of here in California. Actually. I just
Yeah.
thought about that. I don't know why that is.
And I won't go down to the basement because there's a secret down there.
Oh,
Okay,
all
fair,
right.
fair.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So that's Ruby, everybody.
Carson, this looks exciting.
Carson.
Carson.
Look at Carson's looking at. Oh, wait, hold on. Let him introduce himself.
I'm Carson.
And I'm exciting.
I do environments and a lot of random props lately, like Paul Carrico will ask me for a rabbit trap one day and I just drop whatever I'm doing and make a rabbit trap, or today I think I'm going to make some sharp sticks. So that'll be cool.
What are these rocks you're working on?
Well, these rocks already existed, but I wanted to we've got like a directional shader that basically, depending on the rotation of the object, moss will just magically appear on top, or
That's
whichever
really cool.
direction we want. So
That's really useful for placement. So
yeah, like it'll do that in the train editor as well, which is cool. And I don't understand the shader at all, so let's look at something else. Like every time,
Wait, what did you just
every
say?
time I change something, it just breaks and does bad stuff. I don't like it. So
We don't like bad things here at SOE.
But,
We do not condone them.
I don't know. I've also been tasked to do a lot of little random survivor mini camps in the world. That's been pretty fun.
Nice.
So,
We actually saw some of those on stream.
yeah, I could show you a couple of the ones I've been working
yeah,
on
show
the
us
last few days.
show us a mini camp that you worked on. And this will be places where players can walk up, assess the situation, see if there's zombies around, find some loot, maybe make camp there.
Yeah.
Sorry, confirmed the stream has named The Rock. We have Rocky the Rock.
Now, is Carson the Rock or
Carson, you okay with Rocky? That's a pretty badass name.
the Rock?
Oh, I
That's
was
like the best
thinking more
name.
like because I look like.
Because you looked really strong? Yeah, I think that's why. All right, so he's loading up the train editor zone here.
So, see if I can figure out somewhere that I've worked previously.
He's basically selecting a chunk, centering on top of it. And it's going to take him to where he's going to show us. This is the terrain editor, if you're familiar with any of our work in progress design streams. You've seen probably myself working in here.
Yep.
No, they just renamed The Rock to Dwayne.
So it looks like you have a lot of stuff off. Let's see. There you go. So there's a lot of things that you can't see in the train editor that you can see in the world, so that's why it looks kind of like open and nothing's there. But
Yeah, since we're using SpeedTree, we haven't set it up correctly yet to actually see. Oh, sorry.
that was awesome. I saw that. So here's a little camp that you made.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is cool.
Some plywood, a mattress, some loot. I don't know. Pretty simple. Here's my little thing that keeps my my wood dry.
Nice.
Someone's been camping.
Someone's been camping out here and wants to get saved.
Of course, a abandoned van. Oh, it's a nice little. There you go. Oh, this one's pretty fun. Oh, wasn't sure if you guys were still there. So here's a little. Here's a little
We just walked away. You're still talking. Cameron all over here. Sorry,
here's
we're just
here's a
enjoying.
little fishing dock I made. It's gonna be pretty fun
Nice.
because we're gonna have fishing eventually, right?
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about it. We'll see.
We will.
Do this to me. Wait, put the camera straight on me to zoom in.
Fishing
We'll get it
confirmed.
done. We really want to do it. We really do.
I want that to be the one random thing we do today. It's just good fishing and no problem. Their hobo fort.
Hobo Fort. Oh, it's a good name.
That's sweet, dude.
And these little areas have look like campfires that are already kind of there. You come by, find some wood, and try to camp out.
Existing campfire that you can blast with your torch to light on fire. Is that?
Well, that's right now. It's how we
Is
have
that
it.
the
Like, we have a few different ways, right? Like we'd rather have many ways to get this done.
Yeah.
Realistically, we were talking about this the other day. I mean, having the torch in game just to start with, I mean, a little OP. I mean, Clegg standing over there. I'm like, aha!
Actually,
Catches on fire.
I actually have a special announcement.
You have a special announcement?
I just want to give a shout out to Super. Hold on, are we looking? I want to give a shout out to Super 1D and Rag No Rock. No reason. Just want to give a shout out to those guys. If anybody's paying attention.
All right.
Hopefully they caught that.
Let's go
Anyways,
this way.
let's keep going.
Let's go this way. Sorry, I'm still waking up here. What do we got going on? I spotted Lynn. Hey guys.
Hi.
You have a moment.
This might be our last stop on the tour, right?
This ends the tour.
We saved the best for last.
This far.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Far. We
So
so
let's start with-
best. I
let's-
saved the best for the last.
Let's start with John. Introduce yourself, John.
Well, I am the best, so you should go. All right, no, certainly not. So, yeah, hi, my name's John. I am a terrain artist and make a lot of grass blades, right?
You're doing most of
Yeah.
the tree stuff, right? Speed tree and
That's like kind of about half what I do. Do the, as you know, the Heightfield terrain stuff. Adam and I work together on how the terrain needs to be formed for world building. I do a lot of the texturing and the masking of the world, things like that. The what we call radioflora, which is the small shrubs, things like this that are incidentals that are on the terrain. So I'll create that and create how those are masked throughout the world. And then, actually, it's kind of let me find a good spot.
I see your mouse pad there.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes. So we better do that while we're here. Yeah.
Representing.
Okay.
To say.
TRG is a
Representing.
TR scumbag PlanetSide 2 outfit. Just so.
I
Yeah.
just want to point out that on this team you're outnumbered. But
I am.
Yeah, Adam is a really non-biased kind of commentary. We really appreciate that about him. No, anyway, so I do this kind of thing. Of course, I jump in and help mold the rest of the Heightfield. But then on top of that, there is some new technology we're starting to use called SpeedTree that Adam and Jimmy had just mentioned. And it's technology from this company that's been doing trees for, they do it for movies, cinemas. They actually had trees that were in Avatar, the latest movie, Noah. And they also do real-time game graphic trees, and that's obviously the technology we're using. So I took that and I brought that in after our great programmer, Paul, integrated that technology on the code side, and then I just took the trees and exported them and compiled them into our game. And so we have a whole bunch more trees, probably more than maybe any of our other games.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, the
Yeah,
scales.
show the mask.
Yeah.
Show the
Actually,
mask.
I do have that
the
up.
mask.
So-
yeah.
Show the mask.
While he's doing that, apparently, I'm still dubbed Idra, and he has been dubbed George Clooney. Congratulations, by the way. That's a huge thing. Chad has dubbed you George
You're
Clooney.
George Clooney now.
How much of the map matters?
It's all right. Just
Yeah.
show what you're working on.
So this is kind of like a little close up here. We have the terrain, and I come in and I mask out based on a whole bunch of filters and things that I have available through our terraforming, and I create these, basically grayscale masks where I want the trees, where I don't want the trees. For example, here's a lake, so clearly I want trees on the the coast and not inside the water.
So every
Here's a
single
mountain,
white
things like that.
line that they're looking at is a tree, basically.
Right, or a cluster where a tree might be. Exactly. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm doing there, and then of course I include out the roads and things like that. Where we want it, a clear path, and that's pretty much how the masks work. So I take all those, compile those together, and then for each given tree I say, all right, mask number 1, I want a red maple tree, 2, a pine tree, and so forth.
Nice.
And that's kind of what we're doing.
That's sweet. Well, thanks,
Yeah.
John. I
You
appreciate
bet.
it. The chat appreciates it. And let's look over to Rich over here. All right, Rich, your time to shine. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Rich Schoberg. I do the effects for the game and a few other things while I'm at it. We're working out right now.
You're working with Lenny here on the barricade, right?
Yeah, the idea we got a effect that's currently used for when the hatchet hits wood chips go flying, and it's sort of an impact effect.
Mm-hmm.
And but we also, as far as you can send out particles like that, but we're also going over the decals. So when a bullet or a projectile, and now melee weapons, hit things, you can plop down one of these decals on the object you hit or on the person. So
That's cool.
we need to beef up these, and it can also, it's not just flat. It'll look like it gouged a hole into the thing, which is really cool. So shaders.
What was that zombie you saw on your screen earlier?
This?
There we go. Yeah, what is
That's
this?
the money.
Well, this is, yeah.
So that's a particle effect that you made to put on the zombie, right?
Yeah. So fire, smoke, embers. There's a flickering. Let's make it nighttime here. Change the time of day in here.
Just showing us a wood chipper, and then he's got this zombie on fire saving.
Yeah, right. He's saving a
He
freaking.
gets
Yeah.
to play with all the toys.
Yeah.
It's the little subtle stuff and it's the big fun stuff. So this is our new tool for working with effects, and I can load the guy in, and he can, I can test it out how he reacts.
Nice.
Because if he's moving, the effects maybe wanted to move with him, maybe wanted to fly off.
Sure.
So there was a nice death in here somewhere. What's this? Eating.
What if I was just on fire?
He's
the
eating
whole time?
confirmed.
Yeah, he doesn't mind.
Zombie eating confirmed.
But yeah, attacking. So we can test different distances, and we can set it for different
Chad just said, Bob, no.
levels of detail. So if someone's on a faster machine, they can crank up the effects. You can turn things down. You can't turn them off, but we can optimize them a lot. And this new one lets us control more than we used to be able to keep. Like if there's a lot of fires, house on fire, or a big vehicle on fire, it used to be that every little plume of fire was counting as its own thing, and now we can coalesce them together, less draw calls.
More efficient.
So a lot more efficient, and but yeah, we got a lot of good stuff coming with this newer tool.
Sweet. Awesome. Oh my gosh, that's
See,
awesome.
Rich is the best.
Thanks, Rich. All right, guys. Well, I don't even know what we're
That
doing
wraps
now.
up the tour.
That wraps up the dev tour.
Here's-
So hopefully, hold on, I'm gonna say something. Hopefully, you guys got good insight on what it's like to see a game dev team. I mean, you guys got to see basically everything. You got to see animators, environment artists, particle effects artists, coders, designers,
And it's not over.
engineers,
Yeah, it's not over at all. Once again, I want to.
offices, CEOs' offices.
We get to see offices because once again, game development is all about offices. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Just quote from Jay Smedley, 2014. So one thing I do want to point out, a couple of you guys in chat were like, man, these interviews are pretty short for some of these guys. Guys like programmers throughout the day we're going to be checking back in on as we can. The last thing we want to do is interrupt any sort of progress they're making. It is a very intensive process. So
And if you
let's
didn't
run
see
back
us
this way.
before, the animators, we're going to check in with in progress stuff that they're animating as well. So it's not, we can't just sit at their office all day.
We have one more actually, by the way.
Oh,
You come back this way.
there's Ninja Kitty at us _SOE.
We have a camera
Oh,
crew
yeah, yeah.
incoming. You all right?
Yeah.
All right.
Hello.
Just making sure. Look at that.
He wasn't in his office
Turn
was
the porn off, yeah.
His office was closed when we walked by here earlier. So we are now here today with. Introduce yourself.
I'm Paul Balan. I'm a programmer on H1Z1, and I've been working a lot on trees. So here, let's turn the light on. So
We're very serious about our trees here on H1Z1. You like? It's just funny the third person in a row that's like trees. That's what we're working on.
yeah. So I'm mostly working on trying to get the trees into gameplay. Having a lot of trees in the game, making them harvestable so you can gather wood from them. First, let me show you what a tree looks like when you chop it down. So you can see it turns into a stump. That's what it's doing right now. It's going to eventually fall over.
Nice. So it'll
The
look
other-
like it's falling over, and then you'll get the wood stumps from it or the wood logs from it.
Yeah. Let's see. Anything interesting? So there are a lot of trees in the view. We have like 300,000 trees in this area. That's
A lot.
That's a lot. The word you're looking for is insane.
it's a challenge to render that many trees. They give a great they give a great set of
Horizons.
geometry for the sun to shine through and make these really cool god rays.
Nice.
Let's see. One of the cool things about trees is that they are a great sign of player activity. So if somebody's harvesting a whole bunch of trees, they tend to leave a whole bunch of stumps around like a beaver. This is a great way to find where other players are living, and you can go and gank them.
I'm sure a common question people are wondering right now is how long does the tree stay a stump? What do we want basically?
Well, first we tried making them grow back quickly, and they were growing back in like 50 seconds.
Oh,
But
wow.
then finding that they were a good way to tell where people were living in the level in the world, we've decided to make them grow back a lot more slowly. So.
And this is something we can tune, obviously,
Yeah.
as each build goes by. But until we
Yeah.
get that magic sweet spot, it's going to be cool, though. I imagine people running, and all of a sudden you see trees that have just been recently chopped down, and you're like, uh-oh.
Well, yeah, and that's the most fun part is when you actually get players outside the company in, and we get a chance to tune that out. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
that's where it really gets exciting.
Yeah, one of the other cool things about the trees is that we're going to support hiding in the brush.
Nice.
And instead of it just actually relying on the geometry to hide you, if you're in the brush, there's going to be a gameplay element where if you've been in there for a little while, you'll go into a camouflage state where you actually won't even show up on the other clients
Nice.
until you move again or fire your weapon.
So it'll be
things
like
like
a
that.
true camouflage, hiding in a bush state. Some another way to kind of hide from either zombies or players.
Yeah, it's one of the game mechanics that we really liked in some other games that we played, and we're going to try to get that in H1Z1 as well.
Sweet. Well, thanks for letting us into your office.
Oh yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, you guys want to see a
Yeah.
diagram of how the tree chop is going to eventually work?
Yeah, sure.
So this is how we're going to do it. When you hit the tree, your first whack with the axe is going to change it into a stump and a detached version of the tree. And as you hit the tree, the detached part is going to lift up. You're not going to notice it because it's just going to move up ever so slightly. And each whack is going to shake the tree, and as it's recovering from that impact, it's going to move up just a little bit, and that's going to make it look like you're actually taking chunks out of the tree, and then on the last whack, it's going to fall over. And we think we're going to have that falling tree actually collide and cause damage. So we'll see how that goes.
Once again, I keep hating to
So
jump
be
back to
careful
Clegg,
when you're felling trees.
but Clegg's history here at SOE on streams and stuff, feeling he'll be crushing himself with many a tree.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna chop a tree down. It's just gonna fall right on me. Like I'm gonna chop it the
Yeah.
wrong way, and it's just gonna land on me.
Yeah.
I'll be my
Yeah,
demise.
I mean, probably the first time it falls on SMED, we'll probably take it out.
Always away from the flare. Always.
We'll see.
Nice. Well,
All right,
thanks
thank
very
you so
much, Paul.
much.
Sure.
I do one other last thing about tree falling stuff I do want to point out is that makes a lot of noise. I don't know what the last tree you chopped down was, but be careful.
Wait, Jimmy, I see something. Somebody
What?
that we forgot about.
Chris!
We forgot about the first person we started
Is
with.
something working?
Do you have a vehicle?
It's all working.
I think I see a vehicle.
It's great
Hello
news.
again. So one of the things I'm working on right now is we've recently put like a acceleration turbo boost kind of on the shift key when you're driving the off-roader around. And one of the things that we had from PlanetSide that I'm working on getting working for us is in-air controls. So when you go off a ramp, you have attitude adjustment and stuff so you can sort of correct. And what we're looking at right here is one of our test zones. It's a big, wide open space. Near the origin of the level, we have these ramps and stuff that are good for testing stuff. But the rest of the zone is just a completely flat surface, which is great for profiling speed and acceleration and that sort of thing. One of the overlays that we can get is a whole bunch of textual information that gives me frame-by-frame information about what the simulation is doing, what the inputs are doing, that sort of thing. So in this specific case where I'm working on the in-air controls, once it gets airborne, we have thruster information, and I can see specifically how much is getting applied on each axis and stuff. And switching back over to our design tool, basically when it's in the air, I have yaw, pitch, and roll control, and I can adjust the thrusters and set that sort of thing up. And then iterate back and forth and try and get it so it feels good. Gives you the ability to correct when you're not, going to land flat. But also trying to balance it so it's not just wacky and
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
super
So you're
silly.
trying to make it feel like not arcadey, but it actually feels good. And
Right.
That's
And-
hard to do too because what it should do is it should just go head over and just land into the ground and explode.
Right,
But
but-
you can't have it be too realistic, otherwise no one will ever be able to drive any of these things.
Yeah, and if you watch people when they're playing, a lot of the time, even before we hook this up, players try and use English.
Yeah.
They move the camera, they move their head, and stuff like that. And so we're sort of just piggybacking on stuff that people tend to do naturally. And if it's a subtle effect, it could be really good.
That's cool.
So one of the other things, recently we had some new weapon types and stuff put in. So basically I'm going through and making sure that for everything that the player can have equipped, as far as their weapons and stuff, but when they go and they accost the vehicle, it does the proper amount of damage or not, depending on the vehicle type. And there's lots of cool debug commands, but one of the things that helps a lot for this is debug damage. Once you enter that command, anything that you do to the vehicle shows output about how much the raw damage was, how much gets filtered out, and we have fairly fine-grained control over what we call resist information filters that go through and make it so that if you shoot a thing, it takes a certain percentage off. If it goes over a threshold, it's a slightly complicated formula, but we can work it out. So the worst case is every time something gets introduced that's brand new, and there's no filter at all, you'll walk up to the off-roader and you'll hit it with a flare and it suddenly explodes
Catches on
because it
fire.
takes 100% of the damage.
Nice.
So every time we put new stuff in, part of my role is to go through and make sure that everything's, we're covering all our bases.
Awesome. Well, we'll leave you alone. Thanks for showing us the vehicle.
No problem.
And what you do. And I don't know if there's anything over here to see. I think we went. Oh, it's playtest time.
It's almost there.
It's almost playtest time. What? How long?
5 minutes.
5 minutes to playtest time. So let's go back to
Yes.
command center. Over
Here, Clegg, I'll be right back.
All right.
Going over there.
Thanks, Jimmy. Leave me on a
Yeah, I would like it to do. What
by
time?
myself.
We need to do an insulate.
We need to. Hey guys, we need to take a short break.
Short
we'll be
break.
back. Yeah.
Okay, so we're
Wait,
gonna
what's
get.
your Twitter handle?
Oh, my
Twitter
Twitter
handle?
handle is Taina Berardi, TainaBerardi. Follow me. In the future, you might see some cool leaks and information. But yeah, we need to take a quick break.
We're gonna set up a
Bathroom break for these guys.
and we're gonna set up a
Take the stream down and then
play
bring
test.
it back up
Yeah.
for
Oh,
the
we
play
are?
test.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're going to take the stream down and then we're going to bring it back up for the play test. But we're going to be live basically until 9 p.m. tonight. I hope you enjoyed the interviews that we did, and I hope you enjoyed the meeting, but there's still a lot more to come. Follow Jimmy at Jimmy Wiz.
Jimmy Wiz, JIMMYWHIS.
And follow me at rkleger, ARCLEGGER. And we'll be posting updates throughout the day. So
Can I see the password?
I think so. You showed the,
Mhm.
yeah, okay. So, yeah, I think that's it. See you
Check
back.
out for the Easter eggs in the stream.
Yeah, check out for Easter eggs in the stream, and we'll be back with a play test in about 5 minutes. Sweet.